What's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to Jay's World. So let's talk. You know how we do it. Oh, you know how we do it. So let's get into it, and welcome to another edition of J Topics. Okay, before I talk about my beloved auntie Patti LaBelle, I just want to address the BET Awards. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. Give me a couple of seconds. This year's BET Awards, BET 2023, was complete trash. It was complete trash. And maybe I'll make another video telling you why I feel it was complete trash. I don't know. But I think the thing that really stuck out and just pissed me completely off was the whole hip-hop tribute. Now, if you guys don't know, this is the 50th year of hip-hop in America. Actually, hip-hop around the world, but it started in New York. So this is a pretty big thing. This is a pretty big deal. You're talking about a genre of music that was predicted 50 years ago that it would fail. And here we are, the BET Awards, okay? Black entertainment television, the awards show, and they completely screwed it up. I'm just really pissed. First of all, you're looking out at the audience. Shout out to all of my youngsters out there, okay? We got a lot of babies. I even got babies that watch my show too, you know? The 20-something-year-olds. Not all of our 20-something-year-olds are like this. But there is something about that particular age group when it comes to history and things that are older than them, you know. And I'm looking out, they're panning out in the audience, and these kids, they were on their cell phones, they were talking amongst themselves, they were laughing, they playing in their hair, and they're just doing any and everything but actually paying attention to the show itself, to all of our hip-hop legends. And it was just so egregious and so disrespectful. Now, when their contemporaries came out, oh, they were all up in the air. Hey. And can we talk about the fashions and the hair and all the Fashion Nova outfits? And y'all, that crowd looked a hot damn mess. But anyway, that pissed me off. The BET Awards this year was complete trash. I said it and I meant it. Bloop. All right, put that aside. So I want to talk about my auntie Patti LaBelle. Okay, you guys, if you didn't see the whole entire show, Patti LaBelle was brought out to do the Tina Turner tribute. Okay, and I'm sure everyone knows at this point that we lost our beloved Tina Turner, I believe maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So Tina Turner is no longer with us. So they decided to, BET decided to bring Patti LaBelle out to do the tribute, and she did the song Simply the Best. One of Tina Turner's signature hits. I love that song. Well, when Patti LaBelle first started the song, you know, they had the intro. And then when she started to sing, it almost sounded like there was like a delay. Because you heard the background singers singing the actual verses with Patti, which I thought was a little odd too. But I'll explain to you why I feel that happened. But they were singing the verses. Then Patti would join in. Then she would sing the verse. It was almost like an echo. It was just going back and forth, back and forth. Then Patti would pause. Then Patti looked to the side. She said, uh-oh. Then she would look to the side again and she would frown. And I was like, okay, something's going on. And then it had gotten so bad and so obvious. Patti LaBelle, she just said, y'all, if I could just see the teleprompter, I'm trying, y'all, I'm trying. And one thing I do love about my auntie Patti LaBelle, she kind of reminds me of me in situations like that. If shit's going wrong, it's just going wrong. So it's very obvious to you, it's obvious to me because I'm going through it. So why are we even trying to pretend like this is something else? She said, I can't read the teleprompter, you know. And this is not the first time that Patti LaBelle has actually done that. There's an actual viral video of Patti LaBelle right here on YouTube and other social media sites when she was singing one of the songs from one of her Christmas albums, like back in the 90s. And She's like, where my background singers? Where my background singers? And so Patti has always had moments like that. So, but she tends to handle those moments with comedy because some of those moments are funny. So that's pretty much what happened to Patti LaBelle. Y'all look. Patti LaBelle is 79 years old. 79 years old. And I'm not making excuses. Just hear me out a second. Patti LaBelle is 79 years old, and her voice has changed. And I've noticed this change in Patti's voice for quite some time now. Patti LaBelle herself actually admitted in an interview, this is like months ago, I think it was like even last year, and she said that she told her son that she probably would never sing again. I mean, she was really, really having issues with her voice. And she said God gave her her voice back. Now, guys, if you don't know, I'm an actual singer and I'm a musician, but I'm a singer first. And I can tell you that for at least the past, I'm going to say about 5 or so, maybe even longer years, Patti uses her false. Which, like in music, we call it the head tone. She does not use her chest tone a lot when it comes to her high notes. Back in the day, back in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and even a good part of the early 2000s, Patti, she hit those high notes in her natural soprano chest voice. But as of late, Patti LaBelle really only hits those high notes in her head tone. That's what we call it. We vocalists, that's what we call it. We call it her falsetto. And she does a very nice falsetto. I mean, she can falsetto with the best of them, but she does hit her high notes these days in a falsetto tone, opposed to her chest voice, okay? I noticed even when Patti LaBelle had that verses with Gladys Knight, remember that? It was like last year. And, people were like, oh, Gladys Knight tore her up and Patti LaBelle, she can't sing anymore. That's not it. Patti can still sing and Patti's voice is beautiful. But the voice has changed. And it does happen, and even I'll say this, I don't care who you are. The older you get, your voice will change. Now, does that mean that you're any less talented? No. God put that talent in you. You still have the talent, but your voice does change. Like with a lot of sopranos, they tend to lose octaves. And as a singer, I can tell you, just listening to Patti LaBelle's voice, she has lost a few octaves. Mariah Carey has lost octaves. I believe Mariah has lost maybe two octaves. Beyonce has definitely dropped an octave or two. Dionne Warwick. Whew. Dionne Warwick practically sounds like a man now. Okay, I'm sorry. I know that was wrong. Y'all don't blast me in the comment section. I'm sorry, but y'all, between Dionne Warwick losing all those octaves and that chain smoking. Anyway, I'm bringing up all of these examples to say this: Patti's voice has changed. She's older now, but I mean, think about it. Patti is sang very well, very, very well for a very, very long time. And something else I noticed about the performance as well. In the beginning, I noticed that Patti was singing off key. Okay? And what I mean by that is the music was in one key and Patti was in a whole nother key. Now, here's my theory. Now, okay, to her credit, she jumped back on key towards the end of the song. And I thought that the end of the song had a really nice, strong finish, and it was very Patti LaBelle. But I will say this about Patti LaBelle and that whole key thing. I do feel that Patti LaBelle probably needs to adjust the key on some of her songs, Now she does, I have heard her do it on a couple songs, but I think she probably needs to do it a little bit more than often, I mean, because here's the thing about being a singer. Some days the voice is working, some days the voice isn't, okay? So I really feel that Patti would stand to do a lot better if she maybe does more key adjustments on some of her signature hits. Now, I'm not saying drop it maybe a whole key. I don't know, maybe take it down a half step, but it would definitely help her. For example, I remember there was a Patti LaBelle Christmas CD that she released, I'm gonna say maybe about 10 plus years ago. And I kid you not, Patti LaBelle literally sang off key that entire CD. That entire CD, Patti LaBelle sang off key. Once again, all the songs were in one key and Patti was in the other. And I was really, really disappointed in the production on that particular CD, because I'm like, hold up. Y'all let this woman go in this studio. Y'all sitting at the operation board. She's in the booth singing, and nobody told Patti that she was off key. I kid you not. I forget the name of that particular CD. It's not her first CD, not her first Christmas CD that she did back in the 80s, because I was just a little kid when that came out, and I loved that CD. Not that CD. This was a CD, a Christmas CD that she released about 10, 15 years ago. But Patti LaBelle was literally in a complete and total other key. So I don't know why people didn't say anything to her. I don't know, maybe Patti can be a little, again, she's 79 years old. And sometimes, it's our older people, they can get a little cranky. They can get a little ornery, and they don't necessarily always want people saying anything to them, especially if you're younger and maybe as they would feel a little less experienced than them. So I don't know what the case was. But anyway, I thought the performance, Patti LaBelle's performance, ended a lot better than it started. Patti LaBelle pretty much shouted out why the performance did what it did. Shit happens, y'all. Shit happens. That's life, okay? It's live television. But I didn't think it was as bad as people are trying to make it. And definitely she does not deserve to get dragged and talked about. She's one of our legends. I love Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle, even on her worst day, even on a performance like the one she just did on the BET Awards, is a whole lot better than most singers that we hear today. I don't know. So anyway, guys, what do you think? What do you think of Patti LaBelle's performance? Was it as bad as people were saying it was? Do you understand or see any of the points that I presented? What's your take on it? I would love to know. You guys, let me know down in the comments. Let's have a discussion, please. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I got. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and do what? Subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. And guys, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. That helps me so much in the algorithm. If you hit the thumbs up, YouTube will the algorithms will send my video out to far more areas than it's already hitting, okay? So that'll help me a lot, guys. And also, guys, please don't forget to check me out on Instagram. That's JaisWorld.tv on Instagram. And I'll holler at you later. Peace.